Welcome to another episode of Traveling Clarinets. So in a previous episode, the one with the dumplings, we talked about the friendship between the composer Felix Mendelssohn and the father-son duo Heinrich and Karl Behrmann.
Yeah, and so today we're going to look at another famous clarinet friendship.
A Clariship.
Claripals?
No, I liked mine better, but
Okay,
yeah, let's
that's
just
fine.
go.
Yeah, alright.
Ready?
Teleport.
Ah. Okay, so there's no secret here. This is where Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in 1756.
Right, yeah, we're in Salzburg, Austria. This is the city in which Mozart was born.
Well, yes, but this is the actual house.
Really?
Well, yeah, look what it says.
Oh, Mozart's Geburtshaus. That literally means Mozart's birthhouse in German, and I feel really stupid. Anyway, it's here in Salzburg that Mozart probably first heard clarinet. At that time, the clarinet probably only had 2 or 3 keys.
Oh, yeah, like the ones we saw in our Invention of the Clarinet episode, right?
Yeah, probably very similar.
Huh. So, Mozart came into contact with the clarinet a lot, which is obviously great for us. He was born into a very musical family. His father was a professional musician and a bit of a stage dad. Actually, you know what? If we're going to talk about the Mozarts, then we should have a change in scenery.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Where does this hole lead?
Hey, be careful. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is the Mozart family. The older guy over there is Wolfgang's father, Leopold, and the woman is Mozart's older sister, Maria Anna, or as she was nicknamed, Nonneral.
So Leopold was a musician and a composer himself, which was good and bad for Wolfgang and Nonneral.
Yeah, so since Leopold was a musician, he taught them music from a very young age. He even took them on a 3-year tour of Europe, which,
Wow, okay.
I'd
That's
love
cool.
to do that.
Right?
But it was a really stressful trip at times. He advertised them as child prodigies. He even lied about Wolfgang's age to make his playing seem even more impressive.
I mean, I frequently tell people that I'm 12 before I perform.
Yeah, and it's totally believable.
Yeah. So all that traveling did allow them to experience a wide variety of musical styles and a wide variety of clarinet playing, even though the clarinet was still really young at this point in time. There was no recorded music back then, so of course you had to be there in person in order to hear what it sounded like.
Yeah, and what's kind of crazy to think about, especially nowadays, is that even though Wolfgang's sister was super talented, she even sometimes got top billing over Wolfgang. Yeah, she wasn't allowed to pursue a career in music because she was a woman. And in fact, after she turned 18, her parents no longer allowed her to perform in public like they did her brother.
Yeah, this is depressing. So let's get out of here and talk about the clarinet.
Yeah, absolutely. After you.
All right. So this is a Freemason lodge from around Mozart's time. Some people think that guy over there, no, not you, the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
Might actually be Mozart. And you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with the clarinet? And I'm going to tell you. Mozart wrote a lot of music for the Freemasons, and he also wrote a lot of music for their members.
Yeah, and if you're not sure what the Freemasons are, it's basically a club that goes back to like the Middle Ages. You can Google it. But Mozart's lodge believed in Enlightenment ideals, things like equality among the social classes. And even though Mozart wrote a decent amount of music for fellow Freemasons, there's one person that stands out, and that's Anton Stadler.
Right. So Anton Stadler and his brother Johann were well known and talented clarinetist and basset clarinet players, basset horn players, because there's a difference.
There's a difference. We're going to get to that.
And he's going to talk about that. But you've heard of basset horns during the Duets and Dumplings episode, and if you haven't, you should definitely make sure you watch that.
Yes.
So anyway, Mozart met the Stadlers shortly after moving to Vienna, Austria, and they quickly became friends. Stadler is best known today as Mozart's muse for the Clarinet Quintet and the Clarinet Concerto, which are, in my opinion, two of the most illustrious works in the clarinet repertoire.
And you are not alone.
I know, a lot of people would agree with me on that.
So the instrument Mozart wrote for when he wrote those works was actually the basset clarinet. Right. And like you alluded to, different than the basset horn. The basset clarinet was basically a regular clarinet, but instead of going down to a low E, it went down to the C below that, so you got some extra low notes.
That's really nice.
So I'll cover Meredith up with a sketch of the basset clarinet that Stadler played. And don't worry, equality. I'll cover myself up with a more modern version of the basset clarinet. So the basset clarinet is an instrument that Stadler co-invented with the instrument maker Theodor Lotz. Although after Lotz died, Stadler took full credit. Kind of a jerky thing to do.
Kind of definitely a jerky thing. Speaking of being a jerk, there is enough evidence to suggest that neither Mozart nor Stadler were always the best people. But Stadler supposedly did something that still affects us to this day. He may have pawned off the original manuscripts of the quintet, the concerto, and other chamber music that Mozart wrote. So technically, we don't know all the music that Mozart wrote.
We should make an episode on that.
We should. We will.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
let's get back.
Yeah, let's get
hungry.
back. Where did I? Oh, here, down here. There we go. I knew I had the teleport button somewhere.
Nice. Here we go.
Whoa!
All right, hard landing.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining us. Check out some of our other episodes.
Let us know if there's anywhere you'd like us to travel and talk about the clarinet. And happy practicing.